Nah, I didn't. Let them just start. I'm upset.
No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little bro, them. And I'ma tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset.
Good evening, good people. It is I, the Maize Mad Men. We are back for another edition of M&M Monday because it is Monday. Apologies for being late. I was actually stuffing my face. I got to eat before a certain time, and the show starts at a certain time. And apparently we had some technical difficulties, but we are here now. To my right,
the maniac.
Yes, sir. Down below,
Kinetic.
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah,
gentlemen, how was your weekend?
Pretty good
great,
so far.
man.
I mean, I still feel like it's not over, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Had a pretty good playoff victory to kick off the weekend. So
so yeah, me and Kinetic, we're obviously in the same college football 25 leagues. We're in like 3 leagues together, all on his Discord. By the way, follow his Discord. Give him your Discord.
It's Kinetic 615. Hit me up if you're interested.
Hit up that Discord. We are in the PS5. That's the PS5 league. I'm also in the Xbox league, but either way, that's neither here nor there. Me and Kinetic played a quarterfinal game, Cotton Bowl matchup. Number 2 Maryland, my team. There we go. Number 2 Maryland versus number 7 Florida State, Kinetic's team. I took the L. Somehow Kinetic has a dude on his team that has like 60-something sacks this season, which is crazy.
It's Patrick Payton. He played outside linebacker for Florida State. I think he transferred to LSU this offseason.
Definitely ruining my offense. Let me say that. We ain't getting nothing going until really the second half, but that's neither here nor there. I took the L, by the way, 35-20. But anyway, next time we got him next time in the other league. Gentlemen, you see what we're here for. All Michigan team. We're doing offense tonight. We did defense last week. It was a hit. By the way, shout out to you, the voters, voting me number 1 pretty much in every. I did tie with Maniac in one poll.
So if you won, man, unfortunately the voters got it wrong.
Absolutely, it was rigged.
It was rigged, right? Kinetic, it was rigged. No.
Absolutely.
No, good. Yes. Shout out to
I will
everybody,
say this:
y'all hating on DJ Turner.
Yeah, the fans hated the fans' picks. Let's start right there. But
this is why they got to tune in and get up here and cook.
Yep.
Absolutely. So tonight we're doing. Oh, God.
Since we're doing the offense, if you want to be part of the picking for the offense, get ready. Watch for the link. Hit the link when it's
Absolutely. We're gonna drop that link here momentarily. Once we get into this thing. So, gentlemen, because we did 3 position groups for defense.
Yeah.
Defensive line, linebacker, secondary. We got to group some groups together, right? Obviously, we'll save quarterback for quarterback. All right.
Well, I'd say do quarterback with the running backs, do receivers with the tight ends, and then the O-line.
Well, we'll do. We're gonna do 4.
4, okay.
Because we got fullbacks, so tight ends and fullbacks will be 1, receivers will be 1, and then linemen, and then we'll do the obviously the offensive backfield, quarterback, and running backs. So that's how we'll do it. We'll save the juiciest for last. How about that? Gentlemen, how you feel about your offensive picks? Nobody knows who we've picked yet. How you feel about your picks?
I mean, I like mine. I think
Yeah.
I think I got a dynamic and fun to watch, as well as extremely efficient offense.
Right. Tell me, okay, here we go. What was the hardest position group for y'all?
Linemen, the O-line.
The
O-line.
Michigan's had some good offensive linemen.
Yeah.
The
And
O-line
you know
was
what
hard
it
was
for
tough
me.
for me.
And I think it's also like it wasn't that picking the lineman, it's picking
Right.
the position, right?
Right.
Because it might be two players that play right tackle, and you're like,
Right.
you know, which one I pick. If you just picking just 5 straight linemen and you mix matching them how you want them, or it would have been much easier to
So
do.
I will be honest. I
freestyled.
I freestyled a bit, but I stuck to like if they played tackle, then I put them at tackle. If they played guard,
Yeah. I guess
But
if
I
they
just
play
mismatched.
tackle, it doesn't matter if it was
Right,
left
which side,
or right.
right.
See, I was a little bit more lenient with my picks because, and I told you guys this earlier in the chat, if you look historically, Michigan has a habit of taking guards and playing them at tackle, and they've done it well. But how many tackles have we had go to the NFL and immediately convert back to guard?
Right.
I mean,
Wrong.
so the guys I have at tackle are the ones that stayed tackles going into the NFL. The guys that I have at guard, well, at least one of them, played tackle at Michigan, but played guard pretty much every other place.
No doubt, right?
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
mean,
to
but
Gavin.
that's different. We're just talking about more so in college. You know, when they go to the NFL, you know how it is. It's similar, right? We seen Khalil Mullins been converted from linebacker to running back. We saw Mikey Sanders converted from slot receiver to DB. So, you know, NFL, you don't see it as much as you see it in college, but it happens, right? You want to utilize where you think these players are gonna, flourish at.
But I feel like it's a little bit different with the offensive line. Like they do that at other positions. Like that's kind of like a college thing. But I feel like Michigan, more so than most other schools, recruits offensive linemen almost like they don't look at their positions. They just recruit the best offensive linemen they can. And how many times have we heard they go into every year and they just get the 5 best offensive linemen and then they figure out where to fit them? I mean, even the 23 championship team, I'm pretty sure both our tackles were really guards playing tackle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. So it was tough. By the way, we're gonna drop the link here in a second. Come on up. You are picking for you and the rest of the fans at whatever position group. Keep that in mind.
Do I have to
because
track of the fans?
Yo, man, I'm laughing because you said that the fans hated the fans.
The fans hated the fans picks, bro. They got trash.
Where's Marmar at? Where's Marmar?
Shout out to my guy Gosh. Make sure you smash that like button. Thank you. Repost, do your thing on social media, all of that. We appreciate the shout out. Marmar, we are missing Marmar.
He'll definitely be here.
ATB out on Marmar.
And for those that might be their first time tuning into this segment that we're doing, it's our all-time team. It's not who we think is the greatest Michigan left tackle. It's not who we think is the greatest Michigan left guard center. No, it's our, team. Best
it's
team.
not an all-time Michigan greats.
Exactly. Because you got to reiterate that, Kinetic.
Right.
Because you're gonna get people
excited about this. The people
people are gonna be like, you got so and so at running back. Not Blake Corum. You're like, yeah, bro, because
they were killing Kinetic on that DJ Turner thing.
But here's the thing, though, it's not supposed to be the greatest. Like if it was the greatest, the greatest, I obviously would put Charles Woodson and Desmond Howard and Ty Law and all them in there. But we're talking about who we grew up watching, who made us love the Wolverines, who made us want to sit down and watch and jump out of our seats when they made plays, who we were watching the feed for, looking for them on the field to watch them play.
Jay Marion.
And as much as I respect the guys that played in the 90 on the 90, what was it, 97 team? Yeah, 97 team. I wasn't heavily watching Michigan. I was aware of them, and I still was kind of a fan, but I didn't really follow it. I didn't really sit down and watch all the time. It's like I didn't really see them play beyond going back and watching it.
No doubt.
So it's different when you're going back and watching something versus watching it in the moment. And the guys that I picked are the ones that in the moment got me excited to watch the Wolverines.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Shout out to G Boulder. Those 3 absolute greats, by the way. It just so happens that the guys that got me excited happen to be all-time great. I'm I'm joking.
You just trying to win the popularity contest. That's
No.
These are my picks.
Yo,
Kinetic.
Mike, we dropping the link in the chat, man. Once
we
do
drop
that,
the link.
we're gonna pick first. So Kinetic, let them know the rules, Kinetic.
Yeah, so are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do it like we did last time, where we do each position group and bring one person on at a time?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll start. Let's say we start with the offensive line. Each of us will go through our picks. While we're doing that, we need someone to call in and be hanging out backstage, ready to jump on for the fans' picks. So once we go through our offensive line picks, we'll pull up whoever's backstage first. You'll come on. You'll give us your picks of your favorite offensive lineman. For example, we'll put that down on the list. We'll put your name next to it that you picked that part of the fans' offense. Then we'll move on to the next grouping, the tight ends and fullbacks. Is that how we're doing? Or tight ends and fullbacks.
Tight ends and fullbacks, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll have somebody come on. We'll give our picks, and then we'll have somebody come on for that, and then and do their picks for that group. Well, then we'll do the wide receivers, 3 wide receivers. So the offensive line is going to have the most spots. If you want to get on, that's going to have 5 spots. Right. Tight end, are we doing 2 or 3? We're doing 2 tight ends and a fullback.
One tight end, 1 fullback. So that's probably going to be the smallest group, but that gives
we're not doing the Kinetic. We're not doing the 12 personnel, man. No.
Yeah.
Well, we already got
right. They watch Michigan run enough.
We already got 13 people on there right now.
Yeah, because
because we put the 2 running backs. That's why.
Because we're kind of going old school to what the sport has evolved to, right? It evolved to 3 receivers. Everybody runs 3 wide receivers.
It's evolved into almost like specialists. So instead of having 11 people and everyone's doing every job, it's kind of like you're starting 11, but then you got these specialists that when you have specific style plays that you're running, you bring them in for that role. You might take out your second tight end for a fullback. You might take out your third receiver for a second tight end, or for a 6th offensive lineman or something like that. So that's all it is. It's just we're trying to make room for everyone that played there, even the specialists, basically.
Absolutely. I just dropped the link. Come on up. This is the offensive line pick. We're going to start with Kinetic. We'll go Kinetic, Maniac, me, and then we'll snake back around. Fan picks at the end. After I pick, the fans will pick. Let's get to it. Kinetic, all right. What you got?
So my offensive line, I'm going to start with the weakest of my picks, is just because the center position, I went with Olu Oluwatimi. Okay. I puzzled over this for a while and didn't really know who to pick, because I'll be honest, I haven't really ever gotten super excited about a center. Oluwatimi, when he came in, he was really, really good for that year, but he was only there for 1 year, so I wasn't sure if I should pick him. But I can't really remember any other center that I got kind of excited about the fact that he was here.
Right.
So I went with Olu Oluwatimi at center. At the guard positions, I had to go with our guy 6'5", Zach Zinner. He was the leader of the offensive line, captain on the offense for the championship team. He was, by many accounts, the heart of the offense.
Right.
And you saw that when he went down with his broken leg in the Ohio State game. So I had to go with my guy.
I think he was. I think it's pretty much straightforward. He was the heart of that O-line.
Yeah. And the other guard is apparently a point of contention here a little bit. So I went with John Runyon Jr. Now here's the thing, okay? So I know him and his father both played at Michigan, and they both played tackle. I'm pretty sure exclusively while they were at Michigan. But again, as I mentioned earlier, you look at them and I think they look like guards. They have the body type of guards. They played guard in both played guards in high school. They played guards in the NFL. They only played tackle at Michigan. When I was a kid, I lived in Nashville. John Runyon was in the Tennessee Titans there. I had his jersey because I was immature and his number was 69. It is what it is. But I swear I'm an adult now. But here's the thing, like because I had his jersey, as stupid as it is, when his son went to Michigan, it made me excited because like I knew who that was. I had watched his dad play and he played tackle at Michigan. But again, I looked at him like a guard. Right. He plays guard in the NFL. So I'm going to go with John Runyon Jr. at left guard.
Okay.
And then my tackles, this wasn't even hard for me. For me, it was Taylor Lewan and Jake Long.
What's important though. Who's the left tackle? Who's the right tackle?
Right. So I went with Taylor Lewan at left tackle because I personally liked him better. Again, okay. I also lived in Nashville when he got drafted by the Titans, and I actually got to meet him as a rookie for the Tennessee Titans. I didn't get to meet him when he was up here because I was living down there. So I'm a big Taylor Lewan fan. So I put him at left tackle because that's the more important side.
Right.
So.
No doubt. So that is my guy Kinetics all Michigan offensive line. We got a couple people in the queue. I'm gonna be honest with you, G. Mike was first, so he's gonna pick offensive line. G, you got the next group. Don't sweat it. Let's I'm sorry, go ahead. Let me get the I'm sorry, I'm putting together this thing for the fans at the same time that I'm doing this. Maniac, offensive line picks, sir.
Yes, sir. So look, man, Michigan has just been very fortunate to have an abundance of very, very good O-linemen. Michigan was always known for the trenches, even in the 90s. The 2000s, we just didn't have the playmakers. So look, man, my center, David Bass. Now, look, man, this dude was a straight animal, all Big Ten. But the thing is, he only played center for one season. He had switched for one season. So, but he was still my favorite, center. And Michigan has great Oluwateni, man, Nugent. What's that? What was his name? Versides? The center 21.
Oh,
but Versides, this with a V.
Right.
Part of that Joe Moore award. So I go David Bass. And then for my guards, right? I had to go Steve Hutchinson. He was part of that elite O-line of the national championships. In fact, I had him as my left guard, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, same thing, right guard Zach Zinser. I mean, damn, bro, he's probably the best Michigan O-lineman we had, like, in the last 10 years. I don't really think that's up for debate. The dude has just been like that. And then my tackles. Yes, Jake Long, man. It sucks that we couldn't get it done with him. He was my left tackle, right? He's protecting my quarterback. He's the blind side.
Unit.
And then on my right tackle, I'm going Jeff Backus, man. Another underrated all Big Ten Michigan O-lineman. And that's my five, bro. Those are five molars right there, man.
No doubt. Shout out to, I'm guessing that's Gaming Grandpa.
Yeah.
I was too young to have watched Stephon Humphreys. I'm
Me
sure
too.
everybody
I was
here
born in the 80s.
Yeah.
But I wasn't watching Michigan in the 80s.
Right.
Early 90s.
Absolutely.
So
look at G, man. What the stuff?
Hey.
G saw all these guys.
Okay.
But yeah, so let's get to it. I'll get to mine. And then we'll get the fans. We'll bring up Mike, get the fans picks for offensive line. So here are my picks for offensive line. I went left tackle. Let's get it out the way. Jake Long. All right.
Yeah.
Jake Long was an absolute wall. Nothing got by Jake Long. Bottom line. There's no arguing, no debating. Argue with the wall if you disagree with Jake Long. Left tackle.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Do you think I'm
left
disagreeing with that by having him on the right side instead of left?
Well, I mean, that's
No,
the
just in
left
general,
side is the
in
blind
general.
side for a right-handed quarterback. So you want to protect the blind side of the right-handed quarterback.
Okay.
All right. That's why left tackle gets paid more than the right tackle. Generally. Right. Left guard. I also went with Steve Hutchinson here. Now I know Steve played defensive line, but he switched over to that offensive line during that 97 championship run and was an absolute monster.
And that's Aiden's father, right?
That is not Aiden's father.
No.
Aiden's father played defensive line.
Yeah.
And had the Michigan record for sacks until Aiden broke it, actually. That's a different Hutchinson.
Okay, so they're not related then. That's the wrong.
No,
they're not related, which is crazy, but they're not related. Absolutely. And I think Steve and Aiden's father, did they play at the same time? Were they at Michigan together?
Well, now I gotta look it up. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
I think his father left like mid 90s, I think 94, 95. That's it.
So they just missed each other basically.
Yes.
All
And
right.
there's no relation. They're not cousins. They're not.
They're
nothing.
not. They are not. Yeah, that's crazy. They might be distant cousins down the line. I don't know. Who knows? But so that is my left guard. Center. All right. This is me. My picks, people. I went with Olu as well. Olu with Timmy at center. I know we only had him at Michigan for 1 year, but for that 1 year, this man is decorated. You see all the awards he won that 1 year? He has basically all the offensive line awards you can win. Plus, he was a scholar. He got some awards for that too. Olu with Timmy in 22. My pick.
Is it Oluwatimi or Oluwatimi?
Oluwatimi. It's probably Oluwatimi.
Okay.
I'm saying Timmy. It's probably Timmy. You know, he is. I forget what nation in Africa he's from. I think Ghanaian, but Oluwatimi is probably how you say that. Right guard. I also went with Zach Zinter. All right, it's hard to not go with Zach. He was a national champion. Let's start there. Zach Zinter. We know, Zach Zinter.
Zach Zinter, man. He's
Zach Zinter. All right. Bottom line. All right. And then right tackle. Again, you have to take in our age here. All of that. I went with Taylor Lewan.
I like Taylor Lewan. What is there something wrong with Taylor Lewan?
No. He's an absolute unit. And while at Michigan was a beast, he did have early in his career, he was kind of handsy. Got a lot of holding calls at inopportune times as a freshman and sophomore, but Taylor Lewan was a beast at Michigan, bottom line. That's my picks. We move on to the fan picks.
Hey,
Mike
real quick. Let me ask the chat. Do you think it was out of bounds for me to put Runyon at guard, even though he only played tackle at Michigan, but played guard literally everywhere else? Put it in the chat. Let me know.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal. We're gonna bring Johnny up because he's just gonna be a part of the show tonight. All right. So complain all you want. Johnny, we're gonna give you a chance to give your offensive line picks too.
No, I pass on the old line.
Okay, all right, cool. All right. But you ain't got no problem. You ain't got no problem with Jake Long.
No, y'all had good picks.
All right. Well, Johnny, because we're gonna put this up as a poll later, so you cast the first vote. Who's the line are you rocking with the most?
You know who was an honorable mention for me at tackle? John Jansen.
Yes,
So,
me too. I wanted to put John Jansen on my line, but he played tackle, so I couldn't because
so Johnny, cast the first vote between the three of us.
Hold on, don't do a chat, Johnny. We're gonna have a
poll.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. We got the edits up, so we'll get those to you. Mike Anderson, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, how's it going, gentlemen? Michigan man, how's it going?
Yes, sir. Go blue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been listening to you guys. A couple names ring some bells. Bass, he was great, man. Bass was great, dude.
Hey, give us your thoughts on our picks.
Oh, they're not. Hey, they're good. They're good. Runyon, he did play tackle. If I'm not mistaken, he's still in the league playing. If I'm not mistaken,
he's only ever played guard anywhere else besides.
He's with the Packers right now.
Right.
He struggled early on, but towards the end, he got drafted. You know what I mean? So he worked it out towards the end.
Right.
But yeah, man, it was good. Okay, can I start with my list?
Let's do it.
Okay, work with me, guys. You have to work with me. Okay, left tackle. I have Jake Long.
Let's go.
Okay. I think that's unanimous almost.
Right.
I think so, man. I think so. I was gonna say Jensen, but yeah.
I've got Jake Long. I just had him on right side because I like Taylor Lewan.
Gotcha. Okay. Like I said, you got to work with me, guys. My left guard, I don't know if you guys remember him, Greg Skripnik.
Yeah.
I do. He was also part of that 97 team, right?
No.
I think it was before then.
No, before. Early 90s. Early 90s.
Yeah, it was before then. Greg Skripnik. The name,
he was a beast.
People.
He was a beast, man.
Yes, I remember him mauling people, and the names, always stuck in my head.
Right.
Fortunately, I have to pick team, man. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Bass was great. Don't get me wrong. Bass played for the 49ers for a long time, too.
Yeah, that's my team. That's my NFL team.
Hold on, I was slacking and wasn't writing these down. Recap for me where we're at so far.
He got Jake Long and Greg Skripnik.
Skripnik. Yeah,
on the
Greg
left
Skripnik.
side.
You're gonna have to spell that name because I don't
even know how to
SKREPANEK.
SKREPANEK. Gotcha. All right.
Okay, and like I said, Timmy at center. He was a great guy.
Yep.
Is it Oluwatimi too?
Yep.
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right. In my right guard, I have Hutch.
Okay.
Steve.
I got Hutch in my right guard.
Right.
He was a mauler.
Yes,
he was a mauler.
Yes.
In my right tackle, I don't know if you guys remember him or not. He wasn't the best, but I remember him playing good. He also played in the league. Maurice Williams, if I'm not mistaken, his name was. Yes.
Maurice Williams. I do know. What era did he play?
He played with Brady.
Okay.
The 2000s, early.
He was a right tackle. He was, He played. He played for the Jaguars for a while too. He played for the Jags for a while.
Yep, you're right. Maurice Williams.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a big man as well.
He was a mauler too. Like I said, you got to work with me, guys. I went back a little bit, but
no, you're good. You're good.
Nah, man, you're good, man. This is a solid pick.
That's what this is for.
No, good. And this is, you got to remember, Mike, this is who you like, your favorites. This is what we got to iterate some people. This is not who we think is the greatest of those positions. Correct. These are the best players that we like seeing, growing up.
Exactly. And these are the guys I remember. These are the guys I remember.
Yes, and more so you remember. Exactly.
Yes, these are the guys I remember. Yes. But that's my list right there.
I mean, that's a good unit right there,
that's
man.
That's a
good list.
Nah, that was strong. Mike, we appreciate you, brother. Stay with us, stay rocking with us, man. Go Blue.
Definitely.
Go Blue, bro.
Yes, sir. Mike Williams, ladies and gentlemen, with his picks. Look, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go to wide receivers next. All right. This was this position for me, by the way. Because I had to leave some people off, and it's always tough when you got to leave people off. G, I hope you're ready. We got G Boulder.
Top 3 wide receivers.
Top 3. Yeah, so we got the 2 outside receivers, and we
no, that you like. Yeah,
be whoever was third for you, right? G, I hope you're ready, sir. He is not on the screen right now. I don't know what G doing.
G, come back. There he is.
Here he is. Wide receivers is next. G, I hope you're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and bring G up. How you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling like I need to be replaced with Marmar right now. I need to be going crazy, but I'm good. What's going on? We need that energy. Marmar energy. What's going on?
No doubt, man. We chilling.
And I just want to ask one question though. All y'all 80s babies and shit, nobody had my man Dan Deerdorf in there, so I know y'all.
I didn't see him play. That's the thing.
Okay. I was born in '86, man. That was before I was paying attention.
Yeah, but obviously
Okay,
Dan's a
all
legend.
right.
No doubt
Yeah,
about
You
it.
100%.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man. We're gonna go around and then we'll get your wide receiver picks. I'm gonna kick it off this time. We're snaking back around.
All right.
All right. So hit my wide receiver picks at wide receiver 1. The X, if you will. Give me Braylon Edwards. All right. 2001 to 2004. 3 times, I believe, over 1,000 yards. I believe he's Michigan's all-time leading receiver.
Yep.
Braylon Edwards was a head tapper as well. Do not throw the jump ball to Braylon Edwards because you're not going to win. All right. Absolute dog out of Detroit. Monster Braylon Edwards. Give me him at number 1. Number 2. Now, here's where it gets sticky. All right. My number 2 wide receiver, the Y, David Terrell. All right. Also a head tapper. Also was the first receiver in Michigan history, I believe, to go back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. He wore that number 1 well.
Yes,
David
sir. Both
Terrell,
of them did.
Absolutely. David Terrell, wide receiver number 2 for me. And in the slot, I almost left this man off the list, but he is a legend, and he shows up for Michigan week in, week out. You know who I'm talking about. Heisman Trophy winner, Desmond Howard is my slot receiver. Still single season Michigan record, 19 touchdown passes back in 1991. Desmond Howard at my slot receiver. Kill me later. Maniac. Oh, by the way, I didn't even put my banner up. By the way, that was M3's wide receiver picks. Maniac, you are up next, sir.
Yeah.
What you got?
So all right. I went more on my slot receiver, more on guys who play the slot more. Right. So that's what I mean. Those are 3 wide receiver ones you have right there. You know, so I mean it's cool. I'm gonna just pick my favorite slot receiver. And of course, very similar to yours. Of course, I started watching Michigan in 90, 91. I thought I was the Puerto Rican Desmond Howard back in the Bronx. So I gotta go. My man Desmond Howard. He was one of my, any athlete in any sport was like the first player I looked up to, man. And his game, he was just different, bro. You look at Desmond's highlights, you be like, damn, bro, he was doing that back then. And he was a small dude. So it was just amazing, man. He'll be my receiver 1. Of course, my receiver 2, come on, man. B.E. Braylon Edwards, man. That dude, he was just nasty with it. You want to talk about arguably the most athletic wide receiver Michigan has ever had. Again, arguably. It's just Braylon Edwards, man. He was just an amazing to watch. No matter who he played, he got busy. He cooked. That was my receiver 2. Now my slot receiver, again, I'm going based on the receivers who play that position. I got to go with my man, number 15, Stevie Breaston, man. You're talking about this dude was like 60 pounds soaking wet, but he got busy every Saturday. Punt returner, kick returner, receiver. Those were my 3 guys right there, man. Desmond, Braylon, Breaston.
Right.
Steve
Maniac.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Question for you, since we is the receivers, and you know, can we see your touchdown dance? Your Puerto Rican dance? I know you had a touchdown, son.
Listen, when we go to the spring game, it's gonna be so much content, bro. I got you, bro.
All right, I want to see that dance.
We definitely gonna get my man dancing salsa or something.
We need to get someone there with the camera the whole day just so we can cut a blooper reel at the end of the weekend.
Shout out to Kicking. I wanted to put Mario Manningham at slot so bad, man, but Desmond Howard,
Mario,
just a legend, bro. And I know Mario Manningham was one of my favorites ever to watch. At Michigan.
Me too.
Him and Chad Henne did some magic together, but yeah.
This is the hardest position to pick.
It is, man. It was so hard because I had to leave people off like Mario Manningham. But shout out to Super Mario. Kinetic, you up next, sir. What
Yeah,
do
so-
you have for us?
So okay, so I want to point out that this was the hardest position group for me.
Right.
Like the guys that I had to leave off, I have always gotten so into the wide receivers, and it was crazy. So I want to give an honorable mention to Steve Breston and Tariq Black. I loved watching those guys. I didn't include them on my 3. No one else has mentioned Tariq Black, so I want to make sure I brought him up. That dude was fun as hell to watch. So, okay. So I went with starting with the slot receiver. I went with our guy Roman Wilson. He stepped up to be a play out of position and play the number 1 receiver for our championship team. He's a natural slot receiver, so I have to put him in my slot.
Okay.
Playing, and I look at what he did with JJ playing out of position. I can only imagine if he had other receivers to help take the load off of him, and we could have played him at the slot, what he could have done. So I'm going to go with our guy Roman Wilson in the slot. But the other 2 though, I'm going with the guys that I grew up watching and loved watching. They've both already been mentioned. I'm going to go with Braylon Edwards, and opposite him on the other side, I'm going with Mario Manningham. Those guys. And now listen. I watched Roman Wilson completely differently than I watched those 2. I watched Roman Wilson from an analytical, like with an adult mind. I mean, I was still like a late teen when I was watching, but I was just a fan. I wasn't watching, like picking it apart. You know what I wasn't analyzing. I was just watching the games.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Manningham. Oh my God. That guy was just crazy to watch.
Absolutely.
And same thing with Braylon Edwards, man. Braylon Edwards was so good, and he was good in college and the pros. It didn't matter. Remind me, am I forgetting this, or am I getting him mixed up with someone else? Was Braylon Edwards the one with the fucked up fingers?
Breston.
No.
I'm sure a bunch of receivers got messed up.
I feel like Braylon Edwards had like 2 fingers that were at like a 45-degree angle or something. That was crazy.
Like prime out there. His joints be disgusting.
Those are my receivers.
Receivers' hands look like
that. That was the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
No. Hey, my guy JOJ is here. JOJ, give us your wide receiver picks.
I want to do an honorable mention for us 80s babies. We got the 90s nostalgia. My boy Marquise Walker.
No doubt.
That's my honorable mention because he was a dog too.
For sure.
But number one,
Johnny gonna find a way to include Samaj Morgan on this.
Oh hell no!
Oh
hell no! Number 1, I gotta go Braylon. Braylon was a dog.
Absolutely.
You know, we had to earn that number 1. That's when you had to earn that number 1.
That's
to
a
get
fact.
it.
Yeah.
Not just put it on like Amorian Walker did. But anyway.
He was number 80. He was number 80 at first.
Right.
Exactly. So you had to earn it, and he earned it, put on the show, Michigan State. You know, he was just a dog. He pretty much did whatever he wanted to in college almost.
Right.
Number 2, that's a hard one. But I'm gonna go Gallon.
Okay.
Because he doesn't get enough. He don't get enough credit. He was a dog.
I like that.
That dude was, I love
his final year, 1,300 yards, 9 TDs.
Right.
And he's got the single season receipt, the single game.
Yeah, against Indiana.
Right.
With
it was a Big
Gardner.
Ten record for a minute. I think it might maybe
like 300 yards receiving, like over 300 yards.
Yeah, he went crazy.
A monster. So I got him slot. I don't know who I want for that slot. I had somebody in there and they slipped my mind. So slot, I'm gonna go with Manningham in the slot.
Yeah, man. I wanted to put Mario in there.
Just for what he did to just for what he did to Notre Dame. We were both undefeated in 06.
Right.
Out and up. 3 TDs. He did them boys real bad.
Those stuttering goals, nobody did it better than Mario, bro.
He was a double move king, bro.
Yeah,
he did.
Stupid. He was the stupid king. He was the stupid. You thought I was stopping? No, stupid. I'm over here now. Oh man.
Hey, just to remind the chat, guys, we're not saying these guys are better than Desmond Howard. These are the guys we grew up watching that we got excited about.
Right.
Correct.
And again, no disrespect to Dez. I don't even think Dez went over 1,000 yards.
I'm upset.
Yeah. But the 19 touchdowns is crazy work. I got to give him credit for that. Go ahead, G. You up picking for the fans.
All right, man. So since we got honorable mention, man, nobody gave no love to my boy Ty Streets, man. I used to love watching Ty Streets play.
National champion.
Yeah, so Ty, exactly. Ty Streets, Amani Toomer, and Alexander is my 3 honorable mention.
Okay.
Now, the person that made me, just gonna tell my age a little bit, but the reason why I'm from California and I'm a Michigan fan is because Anthony Carter. I turned on that TV. I turned on that TV one day and he got that kickoff return, that ball in his hand, and that AC electric, man. That was just so. That's my number 1 receiver is Anthony Carter. Then of course, Braylon Edwards. I mean, and and you can't go wrong with Desmond Howard, man. He's a Heisman Trophy winner, but
Heisman Trophy, bro.
But having 3 for wide receiver when we had Tariq Black and we had them, man, that was
DPJ,
tough.
Right?
Nico, that was tough.
They were supposed to be nice, bro. They were supposed to be.
I guess I represent the elder statesman because y'all watch.
It's like, G, that's so they got YouTube. We good.
Right. Streets would take a slant, no doubt. Yeah, Ty Streets was nice. I did forget about Ty Streets.
And he also played for my 49ers, man.
He did.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to that, man. All right, so wide receivers. Those are the wide receiver picks. Next up, we're gonna do
hold on. I was slacking again. Sorry, I was distracted. Tell me the fan pick wide receivers one more time.
He went with
Anthony Carter.
Anthony Carter.
Anthony Carter, okay.
Right.
Yep. And Braylon and Dez.
Who's in the slot?
That's tough. Hey, the fans.
I'm putting Dez in the slot. He's gonna be a matchup nightmare with them 2 beats on the outside.
Right.
No, that's criminal, man. No one, none of those nickels are gonna match up with my son Desmond, bro.
Right. Hey, the fans came to work this week, bro. Last week we don't know. Marmar, come on up if you're ready. Anybody else, come on up. We about to do tight ends and fullback next. It's only 1 tight end, 1 fullback is the smallest group.
Or do you want to let them do 1 tight end, 1 fullback, or 2 tight ends? Their choice.
Okay.
I mean,
because Michigan has run 2 tight ends a lot. So
right.
Same reason we got 2 halfbacks there.
Yeah, no doubt. My guy Marmar is a little busy right now. So anyway, anybody else that wants to pop up, do the fullbacks and tight ends. If not, we'll just recycle, get Mike Anderson back, and then finish it off with G on the quarterbacks and running backs. Let us know. You got a limited amount of time. You got until Johnny and these guys and the rest of us finish. We're going to kick it off, Johnny. We're going to snake back the other way. G, we're going to drop you down. We appreciate you, brother. Stay right there, though.
G.
So, JOJ, you got fullbacks and tight ends. Next, let us know what you're thinking.
So, I'm going to go 2 tight ends.
Okay.
Because these dudes, you need an extra fullback. You can just put him in the backfield. Right. And they'll be fine. So, I'm going to go Jake Butt. He was a dog. This dude was an NFL tight end in college. Like he was all of that. You know, even on lower level Michigan teams, he was still that dude. You know, it sucks he got hurt. You know, we all know what went down,
Right.
but this dude was a monster.
In a bowl game, man, the last game of his career.
Yeah, the Orange Bowl against Florida State, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep. That whole little thing was bad for us all around. The loss,
Yeah,
Right.
Pepper's not playing, and Jake Butt getting hurt.
Right.
But yeah, he was a beast. I wouldn't be surprised if all of us got him on there almost.
Yeah.
But for my second one is probably gonna be a surprise. But I'm gonna go, and for some reason I really like this dude. I'm gonna go AJ Barner.
Okay.
I really like the way he plays.
I think he's massively underrated for what he meant to that team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you could split him outside, and he was just good. Like
He got the rap as the blocking tight end, but that's not really true. Like just because Colston was so prolific as a pass catcher, so a lot of times when we'd run those two tight end sets, he would be the one that would be blocking. But he can run routes and catch just as or almost just as well as Colston.
Yeah, they would split him out wide and do comebacks and things like that. They would split him out. He just did everything well.
And he could do lead blocking too when Max wasn't in the game too.
Because we had like McCune and Schoonmaker, and these dudes were they're all in the NFL. But when they were at Michigan, they would drop big time passes, bro. I'm talking about crucial passes that we need, and they would just right in their hands. Like, bro, come on. So Barner never did that. That's why he would always catch those. So that's who I got.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Let's go. I'm sorry. It is your turn. Kinetic. Who you got? Tight end, fullback. Let's talk about it.
All right. So for fullback, I'm going Max Bredesen. That dude is just a beast. He's the motor of the team and has been since he stepped on campus. That dude is just it's insane. That play from the Rose Bowl where he just like clowned on Caleb Downs.
Right.
That was crazy. And that's him every play. Like if you watch him, he's doing stuff like that every play. It don't matter.
Right.
And he's still around.
Yeah. So like I love watching him, and he's one of my favorite people to watch, like game in and game out. So that was an easy one for me. The harder one, because I like everyone that y'all mentioned and a bunch that nobody's mentioned yet. But again, going back to when I was first getting into really loving watching, not just loving the team because it was Michigan and I like the colors and my family were fans, but when I started like really looking forward to sitting down and watching week in and week out the games was Devin Funchess. I love watching that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, I know he played tight end, but I always felt like he was just a really tall receiver that could block.
Yes.
He played receivers last year.
Yeah, so
he did.
It was kind of like the flip side of the coin with Colston Loveland, where he's like a tight end that can play receiver. Right. Devin Funchess was so dynamic because he was like a receiver that you could motion over and he could just put his hand down in the dirt like a lineman.
Right.
It was crazy. I loved watching Funchess. And he had a nice little NFL run as well.
Yeah, he did. I think he moved to a receiver, right?
Yeah.
In Carolina. He was nice. He was all right. Maniac, it is your turn. Fullback, tight end, sir.
Yes, sir. So I'm doing the fullback, tight end. Like Johnny said, as you know, I text you my picks. That's who I had, Johnny, Jake Butt. The guy was just amazing, man. And it's just not his route running was so crisp. He was, humble. He had a lot of football IQ as well, and just top of being so good at catching the ball, man. What and mind you, he never played with an elite quarterback in college. That's crazy, right? He did it. And he was just that good, man. That's the scary part.
That's the next go to the NFL. He's the best quarterback in the NFL.
And you have there's honorable mentions. I grew up watching Jeremy Tooman, the tight end national championship tight end. We had Remus Mutt. Michigan used to pump out a lot of tight ends in the league, man. Michigan always been you know, that in the trenches team, that tight end, that football, that NFL style we brought to college football, man. That was Michigan. Tight end, fullback. And then my fullback, I'm gonna go my man Chris Floyd. Man, anybody knew this dude? Yo, Chris Floyd was an animal. He was a rhinoceros out there, man. He'll push you 40 yards back and he'll run your ass over. So definitely going Chris Floyd as my fullback, Jake Butt as my tight end, man.
That's dangerous. Yeah.
All right, so I guess it's up to me. I tried. So with the fullbacks, man, this guy that I'm gonna pick probably isn't everyone's favorite. But I went with Khalid Hill at fullback.
Okay.
He was good.
The Panda.
The
Panda.
Yeah, Giant Panda.
Monster too.
So Khalil Hill at fullback, and at tight end, I too went with Devin Funchess. Just a absolute beast. Was really a mismatch at tight end with anybody trying to cover him. Just too big for corners and safeties, too fast for linebackers. Had great hands, could run good routes. As you know, you tell he went on to play wide receiver at the next level. So Devin Funchess and Khalid Hill for me. That leaves the fans pick. And my guy Mike Anderson. What you got?
All right, you guys. I remember all of them players you guys mentioned. They were all good. They're all good. I got my tight end. I'm taking Loveman.
That's a good pick.
I mean, you can't go wrong picking Colson.
Yeah, I'm picking Loveman, man. I watched him play. It was between him and William.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was great. I enjoyed him watching him play. My fullback is BJ Askew. I don't know if you guys remember him.
Yeah, BJ.
Right.
He was a great receiving fullback too, man.
He catch the ball out the backfield. He'll block out the back, and he ran the ball. So he was a triple.
As soon as you said it, it just clicked in nostalgia.
BJ Askew. That's what I'm gonna go with, my fullback. Yes.
No doubt, man. Those good picks. Hey, the fans got some heat tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the landslide that it was last week. Last week y'all were down bad, man. I like what y'all doing tonight, though. Antoine said nobody mentioned Leroy Howard.
Horde. It's supposed to be Leroy Horde.
It is Leroy Horde. Yeah.
Is Michigan?
Yeah, but he was a little.
Michigan is tight end.
I mean, he still is.
Right. No, I'm with
and
you.
I think somebody mentioned Jopru. Benny Jopru. He was a beast too.
Yeah.
Listen,
another guy from
Michigan,
Ohio.
Michigan was it was crazy, man. I mean, look, as a fan, same way I'm quick to cook other teams, I also take responsibility for my teams, man. I know we underachieve a lot, man. I'm sorry. Michigan, we had some elite teams with elite talent everywhere in every position and didn't get it done. So I'm not going to sit here and act like, we didn't have it. We did many times, man. But listen, I think we entering a new era of Michigan football, and I expect very good things to happen. So I'm excited.
I think we're getting a little bit more athletic than we used to be. A little faster and athletic,
Yes, Mike. Correct.
I mean, the tight end position kind of evolved from being a lineman that could catch to a receiver that could block, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes. Yeah. You're right, Kinetic.
We about to get into this
running back.
This next group, quarterbacks and running backs together.
Oh, baby.
So
we doing one running back or two running backs?
Two running backs.
We're doing two because how many times has Michigan had like a two-headed running back room that was just prolific? So let's go with your favorite two.
Yes, sir. Mike, thank you. Great picks, by the way.
But give us, in the chat too, Mike, give us your two running backs.
No doubt.
Oh, I got you. Appreciate you guys having me on.
No doubt. G, you're back up.
I'm ready.
Quarterbacks and running backs for you, sir. We're gonna save you for last, though. Don't go just yet. I guess I'll kick this one off.
Yeah.
All right. I went with Denard Robinson at quarterback. All right,
Okay.
hear me out. Hear me out. He's got the same amount of touchdowns as JJ during his time as the starting quarterback.
Hey, I just want to point out though, me and TJ went through that. He played in he started a lot more games than JJ did.
He started, but not at quarterback. You got to remember that last
year.
No,
he started 35 at quarterback. JJ only started 28.
He earned them.
Right. Okay. Either way,
I'm not taking anything away from Denard. I like Denard.
By the way, you gonna have your turn, bro.
I'm just saying. If you're gonna throw out there the same number,
he got the same amount of touchdowns as JJ McCarthy. Bottom line, and I'm talking passing touchdowns because once we get to rushing touchdowns, it's not.
You don't want to add that in,
right? So same amount of passing touchdowns as JJ McCarthy. He's got a higher touchdown percentage than people like Chad Henne and Elvis Grbac. And this is all passing, by the way. We're not even including his rushing. He's got he was an absolute exciting player to watch. He was super exciting to watch. Never tied his shoes. Obviously was nicknamed Shoelace. You never knew at any point it could go from 0 to 1,000 real quick. The one problem he had, and he did have this problem, he would throw it to the other team.
A lot.
Yeah. So make sure you include that. How many touchdowns did he throw on defense compared to JJ?
Now, come on, Kinetic. You the JJ lawyer today. You JJ lawyer.
Exactly. We know you like JJ McCarthy, dog. Just let go of the sack.
Remember, these are the guys.
Let us talk about who we talk about. All right. I just mentioned
you brought up the comparison. I'm just saying.
I didn't. Well, I compared him to other people too, and
Kinetic. We know.
I also said he threw it to the other team a lot.
Kinetic. We know you picked Davis Warren. It's okay.
Right.
No. I went with Tate Forcier.
Please.
He had a good 1 year.
Nah, it was all right for 1 year. But yeah, Denard Robinson at quarterback for me. Because there were guys. I thought about Chad Henne, who's Michigan's all-time leader, passing yards and stuff like that. And I also liked watching Chad Henne play. But the thing for me is, if I was going to pick Chad, then why not pick Denard? Because Denard, to me, is even more exciting than Chad. And if we picking people who didn't win shit, then we might as well go with the more exciting player. So there's that. And then at the running back position, I had Tyrone Wheatley. He's just one of the first people I remember being excited to watch at Michigan at running back. And then second, I had to pick this guy because without this guy, you would have no moniker for me like poor little Bronem, and that's Mike Hart, who famously dubbed Michigan State little brother. So running back Tyrone Wheatley, Mike Hart, and then of course quarterback Denard Robinson. I expect to take some hits here, people. I'm okay with it.
I mean, I think they're solid picks. I don't hate Denard.
Maniac, you're up next.
Sir. Yes, sir. So listen, man, it's what we like, right? So again, you know me, early 90s. Big Michigan fan. I gotta go with my man. My man Elvis Grbac. He was just a quarterback, man. That could make all the throws, the strongest arm. Now, of course, he didn't really have a lot of athleticism, We had way more quarterbacks, but it was just something about Elvis, man. And him and that Desmond Howard connection was just different, man. It's what made me fall in love with Michigan football. Hence why Elvis Grbac is my quarterback for this team. And then running back, absolutely. Tyrone Wheatley, man. Wheatley. I mean, people talk about the SEC and these running backs. No, Michigan started that shit, bro. Big, fast, physical running backs, Michigan. Wheatley, my goodness, he could do it all, man. He could go 80 yards. He could run you over. He could hit you with the side. Boom, 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 boom. Stupid. Go get me some popcorn. And
7.3 per rush.
It was a beast. And he returned kicks. Don't forget that. Now, my second running back. Listen, this guy, he falls under the radar. One of the greatest Michigan running backs of all time, national champion, Anthony the A-Train Thomas, bro. Listen, man, A-Train was like that. The guy could catch the ball out the backfield. He just did everything for Michigan as a running back, man. And you know who's my honorable mention? Chris Howard, man. That's another dude that was a dog, man, for Michigan. I mean, it's hard because, Mike Hart, for someone that was not a highly touted recruit who was undersized as a true freshman, came in Michigan and cooked for 4 years. Unfortunately, they couldn't beat Ohio State in his tenure at Michigan. But yes, man, A-Train and Tyrone Wheatley, bro, that's with that lineman I have, that's like 8 yards of carry. Easy.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. JOJ, you up next. Quarterback and running back, sir.
Let me give an honorable mention at QB for my boy John Navarre.
Okay.
All right. He gets forgot about.
Yep.
But he was consistent, good, just a good quarterback. For my real QB, give me the GOAT, Tom Brady. Yeah, no doubt. Who wants some? Who wants some of this?
Hey, listen, I'm not mad at it. Tom Brady, with that massive comeback, people forget about that bowl game against Alabama. I think they was down like 21, something like that.
And don't forget about that statement win he had against the Raiders.
No,
Exactly.
man, he gonna do it. Yo, I'm the referee. I'm gonna take a point away. That was under the belt, bro. That punch was under the belt, bro. I'm taking a point away.
Good.
Now, Ed, running back, I gotta put Blake on there. I got to because
I wanted to put Blake on too.
I saw Blake. I made videos about his recruiting when he signed with Michigan, and I seen him putting in the work in his backyard because it was COVID. Yeah. I said, and then I watched this film. I said, "Oh yeah, I think this is the missing piece because we don't have a back that can go 60 like that, And he's putting the work in. So I go with Blake. You can put up who you want to, but when I put that 27 touchdowns up there, I'm gonna humble you a little bit. So
right.
I'm going with Blake. I got to go with him at running back now. For that second back,
a lot of good choices here.
Yeah, and y'all done said some of them. I kind of want to throw Chris Perry in there.
Chris Perry was a beast.
I kind of do. But I kind of want to put Hassan in there too. That Hassan, hey, Ohio State killer, boy. I don't know. That's a tough. I'm gonna go Chris Perry off of the fact that he had 50 carries, and I think that needs to be shown some love. The fact that you got handed the ball 50 times.
That's crazy. Crazy work. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like.
Was that against Penn State?
I think it was against Michigan State.
Michigan State on the road. Braylon cooked that game too. Braylon had some nice 2 touchdown catches that game. Head tap.
All right. So
Kinetic, you up next.
So obviously everyone knows that my quarterback is going to be JJ McCarthy. I think he's the next GOAT. I think he's going to be, by the end of his career, he's going to be the greatest of all time. He already has shown it if people pay attention, but there's a lot of haters out there. But it's JJ's time, and you're going to see that this next year in the NFL. He's going to prove all the haters wrong, just like he did in high school, just like he did at Michigan. Yeah, he might have the same number of touchdowns as Denard. He did it in fewer games, and he also had a lot less interceptions. So
Denard's got way more touchdowns than him total, bro. Though
total, yeah, but that's what happens when you're a running back that has an arm.
But you can't knock him.
I'm not knocking him at all. But I'm just saying, JJ's better. Anyway,
I admire Kinetic though. He be standing on 10 toes, man. He takes the picks, even though he know he's standing on his business.
Denard made the cover of the game.
He
Hey,
did.
now
He
y'all
did.
gotta do is
But
grab that Boise State
here's the
running back
thing.
you like to put with JJ.
I honestly believe if the NIL didn't allow them to put current players on the game, JJ would have been on the cover of last year's because he was the MVP of the national championship game right before the new game came out. So if it was still in the old system,
MVP, he didn't get MVP, did he?
I think he
It
did.
was Will Johnson.
Didn't
And,
you think he did? He didn't get.
They were still.
Okay, whatever. Well, he's the offensive MVP,
Edwards.
and he was the face of it. Okay,
I'm just saying.
My point is that Denard was on the cover back when they had to put players that were leaving college on the cover. JJ didn't have that chance. So, all right.
Hold on, real quick.
Let's not pit Michigan against Michigan.
Conversation.
Hey,
hold on.
Let's not pit them against each other. They all Wolverines. Man.
That's true.
No, but this is what I'm saying. If Kinetic, if JJ was to get traded, are you going from Minnesota? Are you still going to be?
Yeah, because here's the thing. JJ was kind of like the tipping point for me, but I was already like becoming like a legit Vikings fan before he went and declared for the draft. He was just kind of a tipping point for me.
Who were you a team of?
I didn't have a team. Okay. All right. So I've explained this a couple times. So here's the thing. I've never really had pro teams. Okay. I kind of rooted for all the Detroit teams as a kid because I'm from Michigan. When I lived in Tennessee, I would go to a lot of Titans games and Predators games. So I would, pull for them when I was there because I lived there for damn near 20 years. But I never considered myself a fan of the teams. I was always in the pros. I was always a fan of players. I'll give an example. Allen Iverson. I can't say I have been to Philly, but at that time I had never stepped a foot in Philly when I became an Allen Iverson fan. And the 76ers were my team when Iverson was there because he was my favorite player, but I never called myself a 76ers fan.
And what year you had your cornrows?
Hey, yo.
That's a story I'll tell you off camera, okay?
I was going to ask you.
With the
hey, your fandom based on NIL?
That's a story I'll tell you off camera. But
let me put my picks in. Let me put my picks in. The fan picks now.
Well, hold on, because I didn't.
Let him give his running backs real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I would still be a Vikings fan because it's different with me with the Vikings than it was with before. Running backs, I got to go with Blake Corum. He's 100% the greatest running back, in my opinion, to ever play at Michigan. He was one of the most electric. The way he could one cut like LaDainian Tomlinson, but he could also power through the defenders like he was Ray Rice rolling down the field like a giant bowling ball. It was crazy. I loved watching Blake. Every time he got it, you knew a play was about to be made. So I got to go with Blake there. My second pick, though, might be a little controversial because it's a very small sample size, but I'm telling you right now, there's not another player that I'm more excited for right now than Jordan Marshall.
Yeah, we muting your mic.
So I think Jordan Marshall's going to have a great career at Michigan, and I am.
Oh man, good job
for the upcoming year.
That's what you go ahead. No. Listen. Jordan Marshall showed up and showed out in the ReliaQuest Bowl, no doubt about it. We don't win that bowl game if he doesn't. But
man, that's disrespecting all the running backs that play.
Hey, no, because I'm not saying he's better than them. This is who I'm excited to watch, and right now he's got me more excited than anybody else on the team.
Okay. No
Respect.
doubt. Hold on. You're more excited about Jordan Marshall than anybody on the 25 roster.
Right now, yes, because I haven't seen Bryce actually play in Maize and Blue.
Okay. No doubt. G, you representing the fans. Y'all been doing a good job, man. You got to bring it home for the fans.
All right, man. Let me see. So I'm cheating again. I got honorable mentions. So my first honorable mention is probably somebody that y'all would never thought about, but John Wangler, a Rose Bowl winning quarterback at Michigan.
John Wangler. Sounds
Yes,
like
sir.
a
I don't even know who
Western
that
actor or
is. Hold on.
something. I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta
Sound
look
like
that
a
one
new,
up.
sound like a new set of cigarettes.
Chad Henney,
Okay, no,
Chad
I like
Henney,
that. I wanted to pick
and,
Chad.
Yep,
and
I
of
like that.
course the fucking GOAT Jim Harbaugh
Let's
is an
go.
honorable mention.
Okay.
But for my team, number one, I'm throwing the man out there, Brian Greasy. Get it
Okay.
done, undefeated.
Come
Bring us
on,
home.
G.
I'm bringing us home, man. Brian Greasy, man.
Brian Greasy
Okay.
averaged like 12 yards a game.
What if
Nah,
he was a
don't do
JJ McCarthy?
Brian like that.
He was a JJ McCarthy. He managed the
I can't let you
championship.
disrespect JJ with
He
Brian Greasy.
managed. Hey, listen, he managed the undefeated championship team. What else do you need? All the
Hey,
No,
I'm
stats
not
don't
mad
mean
at
shit
that.
if you don't win.
I'm
All
not
the
mad at
stats
that.
don't mean nothing if you don't win, right? You
Right.
want to win.
Yeah.
You need a team player
Yeah.
to win. You got to do what the coach asks you. Do what
That's
the
a fact.
team
You,
needs. Not too much.
I'm with you,
We
G.
had to do.
I'm with you.
We had
I'm with
spring
you.
practice Hall of Fame quarterback because we thought he was going to do something. He tried to do too much, and he kept throwing the ball to the other quarterback, to the other team this year. Remember him? So we don't want nobody to do too much. We want to win.
Right.
So my running backs, I got to put Mike Hart honorable mention. I love Mike Hart. Tim Batuka is one of my.
Woo.
I used to love watching him, and I used to love watching Jamie Morris, number 20. So those are my honorable mentions. But
Okay.
Damn, Jamie
how
Morris
could
is
you not?
sick.
Hey, how could you
Nice.
not line up the A train
Yep.
with Tyrone Wheatley in the backfield, man? You gonna kill people. The linebackers. Remember how the Ohio State dude moved out the way and let us score, and you put them two dudes back there. Man, you're
Telling
gonna
you.
have August moving out the way. But those my two
Yo.
running backs, the A Train and Wheatley, man. Those are my two.
That's me. That's what I had. Yeah.
No doubt. No
Hey,
doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have these picks up. We're going to include JOJ's. We're going to give JOJ a offensive line. Don't worry about it. We're going to put his picks up too. We're going to let y'all vote on it for sure. But in the comment section, who y'all got quarterbacks and running backs? Let me know. I saw some guys in here laughing at a couple of the picks. Don't laugh at Denard, man. Denard put on for Michigan when Michigan was in the doldrums. We was
Hold
on
on. Listen.
Denard probably had the best his highlight film out of everybody
crazy,
we done picked. Shit,
crazy
Yeah.
work.
I still watch
Denard.
his highlights.
Denard's probably the most electric player Michigan has ever had in its history. You know, it's hard to argue that because he was just that. And you also got to take into account on what teams he did it on. It's not like, well, look at those linemen. He had 3 first. No, he didn't have shit. There was talent, but it just they couldn't do nothing with it. You know,
Right.
until the 2011 team. That was the only good team he played on. You know, but I want to throw a wrench in here. One
Okay.
thing we forgot. Give me your place kicker.
Oh, we
shit.
did. Well, I'm going with Darts Vada.
Yeah,
Actually, Jake Moody was a beast too. But give me Darts Vada.
Moody.
I gotta go with Zavada. I like Moody, but I gotta go with Zavada, man.
I'm going Jake. I'm going Feely.
Okay.
Jake Philly.
Yeah.
Throw a little monkey wrench in there and go feed. I don't know. That's hard. I mean, just because. Yeah, I'm going Darth Vader. I got to, man. The way he just put that stake in the heart. I mean, he planted the flag before the flag got
Let's
planted.
go.
So
Let's go.
that
You're
was
right,
the flag plant right there. Shit.
You're right.
So I gotta take that, man.
Money from what was it? He was perfect from over 50 yards
50.
this year, right?
Yeah,
Over 50 yards.
plus.
Crazy.
Yeah. So
He's
let
an
me
NFL
ask
kicker.
Shot.
He's
Do you
been
think?
an NFL kicker.
Do you think he can duplicate that this coming season? There's going to be a lot
100%.
of pressure on him.
Bro, he's got a chip on his shoulder because he got snubbed from the Lou Groza Award.
Which
I
is
promise
crazy.
you he's going to go out there and knock it out of the park all season.
So you know what I'm gonna say no? Why I'm gonna say no? Because I don't think we're gonna have to kick that many 50-yard field goals this year.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
agree.
I think we're going to have a whole better offense. And even if he kick field goals, they're going to be from 30, 35. We ain't going to be
Yes.
kicking the ball from
Yeah,
way
but I'm
back there.
telling you,
So,
watch how he goes out there. He's going to be all business because he's coming for that award.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think that knowing that you got a kicker like that, you don't got to play it safe. You could even be more aggressive because you don't know. You know, Vada could get it from anywhere, 50 plus. So I expect Chip Lindsey. I'm eager to see how that offense is going to look. The offense is there. How we execute, how long is it going to take for these players to learn his scheme is another, question, man. But if Michigan's offense could get it together early and they start gelling, man, look, I don't care what anybody say. This team could win it all. This team
hey,
can.
look, I got a
But
question.
there's a lot of ifs. There's a lot of ifs.
I got a question for y'all. I've been seeing these official visits coming up for the 26th class. I just seen Felix Oho got us in there. The top receiver Tristan Keys.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, where do y'all see we could get to just by seeing all the people that's coming to visit that normally wouldn't come visit Michigan? The number one wide receiver, 2 5-star tackles again. Where do y'all think we could get in 2026? Top 5, top 3?
I mean, I think we can definitely get top 5. I think top 3 is possible. As far as the wide receivers go, it's so hard to say right now because legitimately the situation is that they're waiting to see how Bryce does and what the offense looks like. They want to see what the offense looks like with Chip Lindsey compared to what they know of Michigan, and they want to see how Bryce looks on the field. There's a lot more interest from wide receivers than we've ever seen before from the top wide receivers. So they're kind of just in the wait and see mode right now. But the fact that all of them are making those official visits, where there's smoke,
There's
a fire extinguisher.
Yep. I think Michigan has a top 3 class brewing. I think it's going to be a fight for number 1. Honestly, there are some people. I like Michigan's chances at top 3. If there was an over under on top 3, I'd be banging the over hard right now. Pause.
Yeah.
Well, and just to point out, like there's people in the chat saying that Michigan's not doing well for next year's class. Man, do you remember where we were this time last year?
I just don't. I think most people just don't. It's a lot of things going right now. All it takes is it's going to be an avalanche once it happens. But there are things happening. Like there are a couple people I know for sure that Michigan is going to get. Let me say that. So those things are going to happen, and when they do, it's going to be tough.
And as far as wide receivers, don't sleep on the guy we already got coming, Jalen Pyle. If you've been paying attention to the tape he's been putting out there, he's killing it right now.
Head tapping Jalen out there.
That was crazy, dude. He tapped dude on the head and then just
crazy work.
Now one more question. I ain't been up in a while, so I got another good question for y'all. So looking at the quarterback recruiting, if we push hard for Ryder Lyons, who is essentially going to be a 27, do we still push hard for Trey Taylor? Or do we go for Smeagol and try to get Taylor too? How do you think we play that out? Because that's a tough one.
I think Ryder Lyons. I think Chip Lindsey likes Ryder Lyons. Let me say that. Let's start there. But he also likes Trey Taylor. He was recruiting Trey Taylor, even when he was at North Carolina. That said, I don't think Ryder Lyons is realistic for Michigan. In terms of I think there are a couple other schools that are in front there. Smeagol's a guy that I was talking about a couple last year that Michigan really liked before I think he got crystal ball somewhere else. Maybe did he
no it was he visited and
he
I
was
think
Florida
literally
State.
while he was visiting or right after he visited, Brady Hart committed, and then that
Yeah.
made Smeagol commit to like Florida State.
Well, nah,
he
but Brady
decommitted.
Hart did commit, but it was even before then that he was like, like it was, rumored he was going to go somewhere else, and I think it was Florida State, like
Gotcha.
G said. But that said, I like Smeagol a lot. A lot of people think Brady Hart was better though, but I like Smeagol personally, and I think that might be like the better move. The smarter move is to go Smeagol and Trey Taylor, because I really like Trey Taylor, and I really think Trey Taylor wants to go to Michigan. If I'm being honest, I spoke with Trey not too long ago. He ain't give nothing away. Don't let me. I don't want to put lies out there on Trey. He ain't give nothing away, but my feeling is he likes Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that if we get Smeagol, I think we still get Trey because there's still a year of separation between them.
Mm-hmm.
The only way we don't get Trey is if we get Ryder Lyons, because Ryder Lyons, even though he's 26, he won't be enrolling until 27, and that would put him ahead of Trey. And unfortunately, as it sits right now, as much as I love Trey to death, and I don't talk to him as much as Madman does, but we've exchanged words here and there. Just he's a cool dude. I want to see Trey at Michigan. Unfortunately, as it sits right now, Ryder Lyons is a higher level prospect than Trey. So if we get Ryder Lyons, we're probably not getting Trey. That's the only situation I see us not getting Trey, to be honest.
Yeah, and Trey is the only one that got a commitment day set, right? None of the other guys have no commitment day set yet.
That's a fact. By the way, if let's say Trey picks Michigan before Ryder Lyons chooses, that's obviously gonna shake some things up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it'll be very interesting then as well. But we'll see what happens.
I want us to get Trey.
Yeah,
I want to be clear. I'm not saying
Trey.
Like I think dude's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. There you have it. G, how you feel about the fans team, man?
Man, I think we got the best team.
You want me to recap it?
I ain't even going front. I like the fans team this time. I do think your quarterback
putting my running backs, putting my running backs behind. We're a running team. We don't need the quarterbacks. Y'all quarterbacks gonna be throwing down. We gonna smash them down the field. That offensive line.
Bro, you gotta chill. Son.
Oh, you got Jay. You got Brian Greasy point two. You got Brian Greasy point two.
No. We got the upgraded version of Tom Brady 2.0. New and improved.
Oh hell.
No.
Tom Brady.
Well, what the pro Tom Brady is better than the college.
That's what I'm saying. We got pro Tom Brady. But we got him from 2022 on as the pro Tom Brady. Okay.
We're off.
I'm gonna let you stick with that. So long as you draft the Boise State running back to put back there, your boy from Boise State, y'all.
We ain't getting him, but Minnesota's looking at Kenneth Grant. I'm telling you that Minnesota's looking at Kenneth Grant.
Let me ask you guys this. Again, this is just obviously opinion. If you had to pick who's going to be Michigan's 3 starting wide receivers against New Mexico, who would it be? Anybody could start.
I'll go when you want me to. I don't want to.
Samaj in the slot just for experience. I'm hoping Frederick Moore is growing in practice. I'm hoping that he improved because I see he got some. He could be okay, but then I think probably McCulley.
Yeah.
So I think tentatively the wide receiver one's going to be McCulley. I think you'll probably see Fred Moore have the other starting position game 1, but I don't know how strong his hold on that position is going to be. I don't know about Samaj starting at the slot. I think that he's the natural person to start at the slot, but you got to remember the system that he's got experience, but the system he was in is not the system we're running now. And the other guy we brought in, Simpson, he's run the system before in the same role. So I think there's going to be a bit of a position battle there. If I had to put money on it right now, I would probably slightly favor Samaj, but that's probably honestly just my own biasness and familiarity with him over Simpson. But I don't
So
think
that's what I
Samaj
was
has
thinking.
I don't think he has a leg up in the competition.
Is
So do you think?
Is Simpson gonna be there for spring ball though? So
I think so.
he's gonna lose a lot of reps not being for.
I think he
Is
is.
he?
Yeah, I think
We'll
he is.
see. We'll see. We'll beat it. Let me. So you think there's gonna be? How deep then you think that wide receiver? All right. Let me put it like this: of the freshmen, of the incoming freshmen, we know Marsh. We know Marsh is gonna eat. We also have Washington. Washington is a top receiver too. Don't sleep on them neither.
I think he's losing time though, because he's not an early enrollee.
Oh, not an early.
He's not an early enrollee.
Right.
I think that you're going to see the heaviest rotation for substitutions is going to come from Kendrick Bell and Andrew Marsh. I think that you're also going to see some specific plays drawn up where they include Jamar Browder because of his height and his hands. I don't think he's going to get a lot of run as just like the every down receiver, but I think you're going to see him be brought out for 3 receiver sets in very specific plays.
I'm gonna make this very clear. This is who I want to start at slot.
Okay.
At what? Hold on.
At slot.
At slut. I mean slut.
Either way.
Wrong team. Wrong team.
Wrong team. Right.
Were we supposed to put our all Michigan cheerleader squad on here too?
Right. Which, by the way, that's crazy. At slot, SLOT, I want Amarian Stewart to start.
Okay.
I feel like I've been Amarian Stewart. I've been banging the drum for Amarian Stewart since Michigan got him. He was a 4-star coming out of Illinois, the state of Illinois. And I think he's the best. He's got the best feet that I've seen on the team. I'm gonna say that I like his route running. He can really route some people up, and I want to see him do that work in the slot.
Do y'all think Omarion Walker finally takes a jump this year, or what?
That's my hope. I've wanted him to make that jump. I've wanted him to make that jump for the last 2 years, and he hasn't done it. I personally.
Hey, what's the definition of crazy?
Like Madman just said what he wants. If I had my choice, it would be McCulley and Amorian Walker on opposite sides of the field on the outside.
Man, I think Fred Morris kind of earned that spot. I'm gonna be real. Fred Morris showed up, man.
He did.
And
my problem
when you look at the tape back, Fred Moore was getting open.
My problem
he just didn't have nobody that can get him the football.
Is that he's kind of like. He's kind of like this weird hybrid between with a slot receiver and a boundary receiver, and I don't know that he's head and shoulders are better than either one of the guys that we have already there.
He is already there.
Shut up, Antoine, bro. But yeah, I like Fred Moore. I think Fred Moore can beat a Y. I do think it's going to be competition, man. Andrew Marsh is real. He's a real dog. Yes. And he's coming pause. McCulley, though, I think is just the obvious choice. Like he's got experience. He's got size. If he works out,
one, that's the question.
Yeah, I think he is X just in default. Now, granted, we got to see it. I'm gonna.
But I guess here's my question: is he a wide receiver one legitimately? Or is he a wide receiver one in the same way that Roman Wilson was wide receiver one because we didn't have anybody else to take that slot?
If you're asking me if he's wide receiver one around the country, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't go that far, based on what we've seen from him, right? True. I think he can be, but, he's not shown us anything to say, like, he can go start everywhere in the country. You know what I mean?
And what's good, guys?
I do think it's McCulley, Fred Moore, and probably Samaj that start.
What was good about McCulley is that he also played quarterback, man. Remember, he threw a touchdown pass against us.
Bro, we got 3 people at skill positions that can throw touchdown passes, and they still handed it to Samaj.
Adds that dynamic. Listen, we might need it for Oklahoma early. Might got to go into that bag early in Oklahoma. Bing, bing. Oh my God! Look at that pass.
Look, you want to have McCulley throw a pass? Go for it. You want to have Kendrick Bell throw a pass? Go for it. Just don't let Samaj throw another pass.
No.
Into TV.
No.
I'm still mad about that. I don't know where he was throwing that thing. He threw it to somebody with a Michigan jersey in the stands, bro.
That shit hit a cheerleader in her head.
Right.
You know,
Got
Oh,
Alex Orji clothesline by the.
that was.
hey, did he
Bro.
think he had scored a touchdown already and he was just putting the ball to the fans and giving it to his people?
No, that was nasty work.
But also receivers, right? As much as Hogan Hansen, we know he's the goods. People are saying Preek's corn supposed to be better than him. And then of course we got what's my man?
Marlon Klein.
Right.
So listen,
you know what I want to see him pull out the bag? Marlon Klein was our backup punter at the ReliQuest Bowl, and he's taking kickoff snaps in pregame. I want him to kick the ball off one time.
I don't. Come on, man. We're not here to play. I was in New Mexico and it's 56 zip, yeah. But don't play that.
So he could pull a hamstring? We don't need him pulling a hamstring.
I'm just saying, look, if we're up 3 touchdowns on CMU in week 3 in like the third quarter, let him kick the ball off.
That's like showing off, man. That's like
But why are they having him warm up as a kicker and put him as the backup?
Let me ask you a real question. Why do you want to see a tight end punt the ball? Just out of curiosity.
Because they have for the last year, they have put him as the backup punter on the depth chart, and they have had him warming up before games, doing kickoffs and punts. I want to know why. I want to see him do it in the game.
So you see what we just did? Signed all them extra kickers and rugby players and shit. We got some backups now.
He's doing this again.
Right. Look. Hey, but I will say if he can punt the ball, right? I would have him punt the ball every time because then people get lax, and when we need it, if we need it, he just run.
Well,
take off.
That's the thing. You can run all kinds of. You can design some kind of fakes with him, and then let him think that you're running a fake, and then he punts it, and they're all out of position. Or have him on the kickoff because now you got a 12th guy that can make that tackle instead of a 110-pound kicker.
So why would we put Alex Orji as the backup kicker? We was gonna do that shit, then.
Man, I wish Alex Orji would have stayed and played some other position because.
Hey, do you think Alex Orji is gonna ball out for Dan Mullen?
Hell no, not at quarterback.
You don't think Mullen gonna scheme up something like he did with Tebow?
Hey, listen, I will say this. I'm gonna say this. If Alex Orji goes to where he go, UNLV?
Yeah. Dan Mullen's the head coach there.
If Alex Orji goes to UNLV, bro, and turns into Joe
he gonna be Tim Tebow 2.0.
Turn into Honda McCord. Honda McCord is supposed to be a top 10 quarterback in the draft.
But Dan, listen,
top 10?
No,
I mean top 10
quarterback.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I was reading
okay, he's top 10 because the quarterback class is weak as hell this year.
Hey, shit. Sometimes you gotta get in
drafted before like the 4th or 5th round, if that. That was he's the Spencer Rattler of this year.
Damn.
Okay.
Shit.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Spencer Rattler was supposed to be that man.
Spencer Rattler looks like the actor they get in a B-rated movie to play Patrick Mahomes, and the movie's about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
God damn.
So you said he a 2B actor.
Yeah, he's the extra that they get to play Patrick Mahomes in the background of a Travis Kelce movie.
That's crazy. Right. So let me ask you guys another question. Which coordinators are likely to depart from Michigan after next season?
I don't think either coordinator's.
I don't think none.
I think Wink has one more year after this year. I think Wink stays for one more year.
Wink is going bye-bye. He's going.
I don't think so.
If he has a full good year, like if he puts together a full top 10 year, Wink is gone.
Here's why I don't think Wink's gone. Just like you don't expect a rookie quarterback in the NFL to win a Super Bowl year 1 because he's got to get that year of experience. you can expect it in year 2. I don't think that the expectation for Michigan this year is to win a natty with Bryce, but in year 2, it's an expectation.
That ain't got nothing to do with Wink.
No. But if Wink sees the team on the upswing to where they could compete for a natty,
you watch too many Hallmark movies.
No,
then I think he stays.
And I've always said
but I've always said from the day that he does care about winning a natty, man. Just like coaches and coordinators care about it.
Who told you that?
Coaches and coordinators, they get into the game to win championship.
Yeah, Connecticut. Yeah, I could say he cares.
Go back to the NFL.
That's another year.
But I've always thought he was a 2 to 3 year coordinator.
If he goes through this year and he's got a top 10 defense and the NFL is calling again, he gone, bro.
And this time he's getting high.
He was almost I just don't think he leaves.
I think he leaves.
I think he'll get offers, but I think he stays for one more year.
This year he was out of here. What are you talking about?
But it has to be the right offer, and I don't think I think he stays one more year if the team's looking good.
He had interviews this year,
right?
I agree with. They're always going to take it. They're always going to take the interviews.
I know.
I agree with Kinetic. I don't think he's leaving.
Just the same.
I think he'll stay for a couple of years.
This is the same thing as Harbaugh.
Hey,
Harbaugh always took interviews, but they never hired him.
Right.
He takes the interviews, but they don't hire. You can take the interview, but that don't mean they want you. So
speaking of coordinators,
if they want him, he's out of here. I'm telling you.
I
want him to stay. I'm just saying. When dudes,
I really think Lamar gonna be.
What y'all think about that?
I mean, what they hired him to
do? His title is assistant coach.
I mean, that's okay. As long as they don't hire him to be the OC, whatever. That's his guy.
Harbaugh is loyal.
Yeah.
But did Harbaugh watch our offense last year?
He did.
Harbaugh's not giving this dude all that control in the NFL.
What are you talking about? He didn't say he's the offensive coordinator.
What is he?
Just an assistant
coach. My friend.
Oh,
my friend need a job.
You got a job.
Yeah.
You got a job.
My friend need a job.
Right. That's the coach. He is. Right.
He's the guy that carried the wires.
I spit out my water when someone sent that to me earlier.
Yeah. That's why Harbaugh, he pick up old players. If he rock with you, you always got a job.
Right.
Hey, but y'all talking about Wink though. I think
money
plays.
If he's gonna hire Kirk Campbell, he needs to hire Connor Stallions too.
Come on, man, stop it.
What?
No. Connor could stay.
Y'all love Connor Stallions is crazy.
Connor could stay at Foot Locker. It's all right. He good. I'm telling you. Look, yeah. Wink is gone. He has a good season. He's gone. They're gonna throw him the bag. He's not gonna turn it down.
Let's talk about this real quick.
Hopefully he stays.
He's staying. Wink staying. Lamar gonna be a hot name. The way Lamar
I want to keep him. That's what I want to keep.
Well, the way Lamar is recruiting, he's the one I'm more worried about somebody throwing the bag at.
I wouldn't be worried about that either.
It is recruiting.
I've been saying literally from since the staff was put together last year, I said Wink's here for 2 to 3 years to mentor his heir apparent in his defense. The same way he mentored with Mike McDonald and Jesse Minter. And I believe, and I've said since the start of this last season, Lamar Morgan's that guy.
Let me ask you something. If Lamar Morgan, if USC calls up Lamar Morgan after this year and says, "Hey, we want you to be the DC," but Wink is still at Michigan as the DC, you think he stays the DB coach?
I think he does.
Out of here.
If they're having the conversation like what Sharon and Jim Harbaugh had, where he said, "You're the next coach. You're in line. You're the next guy. You're my heir apparent." If they've had that conversation and come to an agreement, I think Lamar stays, because I don't think Wink's here for more than 2 to 3 years. I've said the whole time, 2 to 3 years with Wink, trains his heir apparent, he leaves, that guy takes over, and I've said since the start of the season, that guy is Lamar Morgan. And if that's
the difference between that,
he don't leave.
The difference between that is Sharon Moore was being looked at for lower level school. He wasn't being looked at for schools like USC.
Right,
If
right. Yeah.
USC throw that dude that DC tag and that money, he going. I mean
I don't
that's
think
hard
so.
to turn down. You can't even be mad at him if he go
I wouldn't be
for
mad. I just don't
that.
think he's going to do it. I
Yeah,
think
I
he
mean,
was
'cause-
brought
Hey,
here with a
bro,
purpose. He's being.
I want to
groomed
live
for a
in
purpose.
this. I want to live in this. Everybody's loyal to Michigan world you live in too.
Well, you'd have to be loyal to Michigan first. So
Yo, like
So
this is crazy.
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll see, man. It's going to be an interesting
By the way, I heard that
season.
jab too. So I've been a Michigan fan my whole life.
except you
I've got-
abandon them once they leave Michigan.
Not because they're not playing at Michigan no more. What
If
am
they
I
play
a fan
at
for?
Michigan, if they graduate at Michigan while playing,
No, we can't
they
keep
are
having this
Wolverine.
conversation. We
for
cannot
life.
keep having this conversation.
Yeah.
Sure,
Fanatic,
he's a
listen,
Wolverine for
we
life.
get it.
I think
We
he
get
should be I wish him well. I'm not about to be rooting for him and his team over the Raiders though, because I'm also a Raider fan for life. And that's just how it is.
Bottom line.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about something else. There are teams out here canceling their spring practices, gentlemen.
Yeah.
The other state is now going to have a spring, what they call that, a spring showcase.
It's going to be a skills
what is that?
competition.
What is
They're
that?
going to have them out there. They're gonna have them out there.
Football.
What was that? What was that show that used to be on TV where they'd have players racing animals and stuff? That's what Ohio State about to do.
Right. It's disgusting. What'd you say, Johnny?
Is the spring game on Fox again?
They haven't announced it's going to be on TV,
Yeah,
but I would expect it to be.
Yeah, I think it should be.
Because last year they did it like it was a game almost coming on Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not just them either. I think USC is
It's a
USC
few.
one of those teams?
USC, Nebraska,
Texas
Ohio
is
State,
talking about it.
Minnesota, and Texas are the ones I've heard.
Right. So
Hey, but didn't they have two-hand touch last year anyway?
thank you. Well, they do
So,
all they do
Ohio
every year.
State had two-hand touch 100%.
Right.
Michigan was full contact except for the quarterbacks.
Yeah. So
But on
I'm
spring
thinking it's
games,
interesting if you already play two-hand touch, what we expecting out of the showcase.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's going to be a skills competition. It's going to be the NBA All-Star game.
That's which I feel like their spring game was already the NBA All-Star game. It was,
No, it was just a flag football game before.
Man, it was pretty laughable.
yeah, man.
Especially to be on Fox. It was like, are you kidding me?
Exactly. I was thinking about showing up to their spring
the
game.
crazy part is that we play full contact except for hitting the quarterback, and we don't charge people to get in. Ohio State's charging people like $30 a ticket to get in.
Yeah, you think they paid for that team last year before?
Well, they didn't pay for it because they were almost 140 million under.
Go said Ohio State is focused on 15 practices. I'm not mad at that.
And they're complaining. They're complaining about how the season went long.
Posh has showed up. She said it's $20, not $30. Get it right.
Get it right.
Right.
What about the $10 for parking?
My bad. My bad. I forgot that we were talking about Ohio State money.
Oh my God.
Going up.
That exchange rate.
Posh, we expect to see you at the spring game.
I told her why pay $20 to get in and watch a skills competition and flag football game when you can come watch a real game for free and hang out with the better fan base.
Go said walk. That way you ain't got to pay for parking.
Or
you
Uber.
can do like we do. And stay tuned for that.
Yes.
If I lived out there, I would.
You can't even take Uber anymore. I saw a thing earlier where someone posted they were trying to get a ride to the airport, and the cheapest Uber said Uber Copter. It was like $110, and it was cheaper than the car ride.
That's great.
Then we taking a helicopter.
They got those in New York, right? New York, you can go to Uber helicopter in New York, right?
Yeah. I think that's where it was. That's where JFK is, right?
Yeah.
It was $100. But why is that the cheapest option?
I don't know, man.
Why is the copter the cheapest option on Uber?
That's
I don't know.
You ever been to New York and tried to drive around?
It's bad.
Hey, by the way, speaking of driving in New York, I hear they about to start charging y'all to drive during rush hour. like
No,
on regular
they
streets.
Trump. He already stopped. They said
Yeah,
ain't
he
gonna
just
happen.
stopped.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy, bro.
They were.
You telling me
They-
I live right there, and they like, yeah, nah, that's $5. $5 get to
Yeah,
your house.
yeah. New York City. I love my city, but this shit is becoming a shithole. I'm sorry. I just gotta
Yeah.
call it like it is.
Yeah, man.
I think we need to in the fall. They need to have it where fans can pay to go to a practice, similar to what Ohio State does. I'm about tired of this bunker mentality where we ain't telling y'all nothing, you don't see nothing. I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of it too, because especially when we got the lies we got last year.
But it's coming. But it's going the other way though. That's why Matt Rule's not have canceled the spring game because he don't want people watching and scouting players.
Yeah, but I'm talking about fall.
Matt
Rule.
Rule.
I'm talking about the spring game.
Matt Rule's a damn crybaby. He just
He's
cries
as
all
soft
the
as
damn
Ryan
time.
Day. It's crazy.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, this
Yeah.
was a good show. We got everybody's picks. The fans, I like y'all picks this time. You did well. JOJ on short notice came up here, held it down with his picks. We're gonna pencil him in some offensive linemen, try to wreck his card. I'm messing with you. Kinetic always comes with, stands 10 toes in whatever he chooses. And he did that again tonight. Maniac again, I feel concerned about Maniac's picks as I did with the defensive ones last week.
You know they gonna ride with me, baby. The trenches, ay.
Hey, now I think we pretty much had the same offensive lineman. I think like one or two different.
Did
picks.
anybody have Cesar Ruiz as they start center?
Damn, nobody picked Cesar Ruiz.
Nobody
That's a good
picked-
one too.
That's who I was dying to get the offensive line. I wanted Cesar Ruiz.
Well, you know what? You know what? That's Johnny Center.
Johnny, you got Cesar Ruiz.
That's fine.
Hey, right.
He came in as a freshman.
Johnny, you want Jake,
Cesar
right?
Ruiz.
You definitely want Jake.
Yeah, I want Jake and Taylor.
Okay, Jake and Taylor. So we got the center and we got Johnny's tackles. Now we just need to fill in the blanks.
Now, are you going to take Zinner too, or are we leaving Zinner off since he's already been picked?
Just fill it in. Hey,
we give it. We give him.
I got Brady back
Jadis
there
at
for
guard.
Manningham and Braylon and Gallup.
He said, "I only need 3 offensive linemen. Give me 2 more receivers."
I got Brady 1-2. It's out.
That's a fact. Anyway, man. She said, "Who's the guy in the lower left?" That's G Boulder. Smart guy G.
Okay.
He's a member. You should become a member. Posh already is a member, by the way. But shout out to that.
Madman over here hating on me picking Jordan Marshall.
I will be at the spring game. Maniac, wear your best crown, dog. I'm looking for.
Listen.
We gotta have that crown.
Yo, G, listen.
I'm already scouted for my shit.
Listen, the drip. I'm gonna have to walk with an umbrella, bro, because that drip of mine gonna be crazy.
Don't say it. You know we gonna be looking for, because you know I'm finding. I'm just at home right now. So
he already told me. He already gave me a hint at what he's doing. You gotta come correct, G.
Yo, listen.
I already see my lid. My lid is so cold. Man, I'm gonna have to wear a heater up under that motherfucker.
No, listen, they gonna have to call. They might have to call the fire department to because I'm gonna be fuego. You bringing that heat? Come on, be in Ann Arbor.
Hey, look, man! Shout out to everybody.
I can't wait.
We got to get out of here. Shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate everyone.
Yes, sir.
Until next time, be sure to. By the way, sure to follow Johnny Odin Jr. Go over there, like, share, subscribe. As always, like, share, subscribe. Be sure to cop the merch. He got merch over there. Be sure to cop the merch. Do all of that.
Johnny, make sure
bring the merch to the game.
You bring some of them shirts to the spring game. I got you. I'm gonna take a couple of them off your hand.
Hey, we're gonna get him a booth next to Marmar with Marmar passes. Marmar gonna be selling.
We need to get Johnny. I need you to get Maniac hooked up with some stupid shirts.
Stupid. Also, don't even sweat it. I got something exclusive for both of y'all. Don't even worry about it. And we gonna have more details as we get closer to the game, but we might have something for people that drive. You need a place to park your vehicle. Holla at us.
They got a
let's start
heliport.
there. We got a
They got a
heliport.
heliport.
Yeah, wherever you know,
Right.
we got
that
place for
Ubercopter.
helicopters. All of that. So you can what is it? Ubercopter? Absolutely. But anyway,
Yeah.
Johnny Odin Jr. That's his channel. He's also on Twitter now. We got Johnny on Twitter. We're trying to get the Maniac on Twitter. We working on it. It's a chisel. We chiseling away. Kinetic 615 everywhere. Everything you can find him there. He's got a new Twitch or YouTube.
It's a new YouTube. It's just Kinetic 615 plays. It's just to separate the sports from the video games.
There you go.
Even though I mostly play sports video games. But
my guy, the Maniac, on Instagram, GoBlue_Maniac_24. He's also the boxing _Maniac on Twitter as well. Be sure to follow both of them. He got his YouTube popping now too. Go Blue Maniac. Be sure to get over there. He's got his videos up there too, so be sure to watch that. Of course, follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Till next time. Oh, I got a new YouTube too for gaming, but that's neither here nor there. We'll get to that some other time.
Who won that game out of you?
Man.
Go ahead and tell him that, man.
Kinetic won. Kinetic won the game 35-20.
Give me 1 second.
We ain't have our best stuff, man. I can't even
give me 1 second.
Can't even front, bro. We just it was a bad day for us.
1 second.
I think I had like 3 yards of offense in that game, man.
1 second.
Damn, who was your offensive coordinator? Did he get fired from Michigan last year?
I fired him after. I'm firing him in the offseason. Right, he snuck in there, right? Kirk Campbell snuck in to call plays for us.
1 second, I'm gonna show him. Hold on.
He got it.
Show him what?
Cue it up.
He was waiting on this.
How do I zoom in on that, Madman?
I mean, you got to zoom in on your side.
I don't know. I don't think I can do that. Never mind. I guess I don't know how to use StreamYard yet.
Jesus Christ! Not just zoom in on the window that it's showing from.
Yeah, but that's on Twitter. I don't know how to zoom in.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you gotta do better. You put this on Twitter? Yo, it'd be your own people, bro. All right. Anyway, till next time. Stay angry, my friends.